I did something kind of ridiculous the other day. I challenged myself to go a full 24 hours without saying the word yes. Sounds simple, right? That's what I thought too. Turns out, I had absolutely no idea what I was getting myself into. By the end of the day, I felt like I'd run a mental marathon, dodging questions like Neo in the Matrix, and exhausting every ounce of creativity I had just to survive. The morning started off easy enough. I woke up feeling confident, maybe a little too confident. I told myself, this is gonna be a breeze. I mean, how hard can it be to avoid one tiny word? It took less than an hour for reality to punch me in the face. I was barely out of bed when my roommate Claire knocked on my door. "Hey, you want to grab coffee later?" she asked. Simple enough question, right? But my brain short-circuited. I panicked. I stalled, scrambling for words. I would love to participate in a beverage-related outing. Claire just stared at me like I'd started speaking in riddles. "So, is that a yes?" I enthusiastically support the idea. "Okay then." Dodged the first bullet, barely. But as I got dressed, I realized just how exhausting this was going to be. Every conversation was going to need some kind of verbal gymnastics. Next stop, breakfast. I headed to my favorite cafe, hoping for some quiet time with a croissant and my thoughts. Nope, not happening. "Would you like your usual?" the barista asked. I froze mid-wallet grab. My usual was a flat white with oat milk, my go-to comfort drink. All I had to do was say yes, but nope, not today. "I would be extremely grateful if you could construct that beverage for me." He blinked. "So, yes, that's the one." Every social exchange felt like navigating a verbal obstacle course. It felt like I was stuck playing mental twister, constantly bending my sentences in unnatural directions just to stay on my feet. Then came work, and that's where things really spiraled. I joined a Zoom meeting with my boss and teammates, and right out the gate, he hit me with, "Can you handle those project updates by Friday?" My fingers hovered over my keyboard. I tried to type yes, but I couldn't let myself cheat. "I am fully equipped to ensure the successful completion of that task," I said, pretending I was some kind of motivational speaker. "Cool," my boss muttered. I knew I sounded weird, but there was no turning back now. Things hit a whole new level of chaos around midday. I was working on some emails when my mom called. Now, my mom is lovely, but she's also the queen of sneaking in. "Could you do me a quick favor?" Moments. Sure enough, 5 minutes in. "Honey, could you pick up some packages from the post office?" I gritted my teeth. I wanted to help, but I refused to break the challenge. "I can certainly facilitate the safe retrieval of said parcels," I said, feeling like a medieval diplomat. "What?" "I'll get the packages, Mom. Why didn't you just say yes?" I couldn't tell her yet. She'd roast me for it. The day dragged on, and my mental energy was draining fast. Every little decision required double the thought. Ordering lunch. Had to rephrase every confirmation. Texting friends. A nightmare. I started dodging messages just to avoid awkward responses. By the evening, I was running on fumes. Claire, bless her, thought it'd be fun to watch a movie. "You down for a movie night?" she asked. Normally, I'd just say yes and move on, but now, I am overwhelmingly in favor of this plan. "Cool, you're weird today," she muttered. The final challenge came just before midnight. I was brushing my teeth, counting down the minutes when Claire poked her head into the bathroom. "Hey, did you actually say yes to anything today?" She smirked. I stared at her in the mirror, toothpaste foam hanging from my mouth. "Not once." "Proud of you," she laughed. "Also, you're cleaning the dishes tomorrow." acknowledge that information and act accordingly. Then Claire, fully aware of my challenge, grinned wickedly and hit me with a curveball. Hey, did you know there's chocolate cake in the fridge? I blinked. Chocolate cake. My weakness. You want some? She teased. I froze. I desperately wanted to scream yes, but instead, I would be honored to engage in a dessert-oriented experience. Claire laughed so hard she nearly fell over. You're such a dork. But hey, I survived. Barely. The weirdest thing was how hard it had been to just communicate. I didn't expect one tiny word to make me feel like I was defusing a bomb all day. Every conversation became a puzzle, like playing Scrabble with a dictionary that banned half the words. So, did I survive a day without saying yes? Technically, I nailed it. But let me tell you, it felt like my brain had been spinning plates on a unicycle all day. I spent so much energy dodging one tiny word that by the end of the day, I realized something. Sometimes just saying yes is easier. But hey, at least I know I can